amazing trip.
Yeah, you know, Park City, Utah. I mean, the Sundance Film Festival is there. That's happening this week, actually, out there. That's a beautiful location. So
oh my
great
God,
trip.
and tons of fun stuff to do.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of Tuesday, it's Tuesday, and there's plenty to do in terms of watching movies on demand, on DVD, too. So David Plummer is going to go over his picks for this week. Good morning.
Hello. Hey, everybody. Good morning.
Movie is one of this year's Oscar-nominated documentaries, right?
Yes, it is a movie called Searching for Sugar Man. This is a fascinating documentary. Essentially, there's this guy named Rodriguez who was became a huge rock star, or folk singer actually, in South Africa. Now, he started his career almost 40 years ago, released 2 albums, and then decided to retire. His legend grew in South Africa. He became bigger than the Elvis or Beatles, only he had no idea because he was living in Detroit and had no idea what a big star he was in South Africa. This is a fascinating story. It'd be like if somebody actually found Elvis today and he was working as a day laborer somewhere in Detroit. Right. It's a really fascinating documentary that everybody needs to check out. So.
All right. That definitely sounds good. Next up is a movie I've heard of. It's called The Paperboy?
Yes, The Paperboy. So this is Nicole Kidman, Matthew McConaughey, Zac Efron, John Cusack. This is like a steamy little film noir set in 1969 Florida. There's a guy that's on death row. Matthew McConaughey is a newspaper reporter. Nicole Kidman and Zac Efron have some really steamy love scenes. Now, this movie's not for everybody. There are, like I said, some steamy love scenes, so definitely not for kids.
No.
And it's really for people that love independent film. You're going to see a great performance from Nicole Kidman, and honestly, we haven't said that in several years, that we've seen her in a really good movie.
But Matthew McConaughey's been busy.
He's been very busy, and what I love about him is he not only does the big movies like Magic Mike, but he does the small little movies like this and like Killer Joe, which I talked about last week.
Exactly.
So,
okay, and then finally, a movie that you think, and along with me and Ryan, is like one of the best movies of 2012 that didn't get a lot of buzz, do you think?
It did not get a lot of buzz, and it deserved to. It's called End of Watch, and this is Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena. They played 2 Los Angeles police officers. They're also best friends, and this is just, it's a searing look at what it's like to actually be a police officer. It's very real. It feels very real.
Yes.
Feels very authentic, but this is a fantastic movie with some great performances from the 2 leads, and I wish one of them had been nominated for something because I think they deserved it. You know, I think this was a fascinating movie, and just it's a tough movie to watch in some parts.
Yes,
but
it is.
It is edge of your seat thriller is the best way to say it.
Well, David and I went to the screening of this actually when it was coming out, and Michael Pena came on the show too, and of course he was just in Gangster Squad, busy guy too. But it was one of those things where you're like, you want to watch, but you don't want to watch. But it keeps you at the edge of your seat. You don't see what's coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't predict
I completely agree. I think people aren't going to see what's coming, and they're going to enjoy this movie, and especially our studio audience, because our friends at Universal Home Studios wanted to send all of you home with a copy of the Blu-ray DVD digital copy combo. So you can watch this any way you want on any device you want. So.
If you like Training Day, you're going to love this.
That's right.
We'll put it that way. Thank you so much, David. Yeah. Well, the host of the new ABC show, The Taste, Nigella Lawson, joins us coming up after the break. And then later, we're going to have a performance from Archie Powell and the Exports. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Plummer's Picks is brought to you by AT&T Uverse, the wireless receiver only from AT&T Uverse. Rethink possible.